it's At Home with AJ. I'm glad that you could welcome the Kingsville Public Library into your home today and that you could join me in mine. So today we're going to make a really fun recipe. It's really weird. To me, it's almost a little scary because every time I make it, I'm like, this does not look right. This cannot possibly be right. And it turns out to be really cool and really yummy. So we are going to make a hot fudge sundae cake. And one of the things that I really like about it, I have laid all the ingredients out for you so that you can see it. Of course, our ingredients and our recipe will always be in the comments section of our Facebook page, unless of course I mess something up, then it won't be there. But you'll find the recipe down there. But what's really great about this is one of those one and dones, as I like to call them. You mix everything up in one pan, you throw it in the oven, and you're done. I've kind of laid everything out so I can put it together for you really quickly, but you can scoop your ingredients right into your pan, and you don't dirty a whole lot of dishes, even though I've dirtied a lot of dishes right here. Don't do that. So let's make a hot fudge sundae cake. Yum! So the first thing you're going to do in order to make your hot fudge sundae cake is you're going to dump part of all your ingredients, your dry ingredients, but not all of your dry ingredients, into your ungreased pan. Kind of weird, I know, I'm scared, but it always turns out okay. So I'm just adding my flour, my sugar, part of my cocoa powder, and again you'll see the recipe down in the ingredients, or the recipe in the comment section. Baking powder, and a little bit of salt, and if it's the first time that you've joined us, you know you gotta have that salt for that whole chemical reaction, the leavening agent to make the flour rise and everything be fabulous. There's your science lesson for today. So we have most of our dry ingredients. We're just going to mix them together in our little pan, just like that. So once we have whisked our ingredients together, or part of our ingredients together in our pan, we're ready to add the next step. So you're going to make a little well in the middle of your dry ingredients. Why? I don't really know what the point of this is. The whole recipe is kind of weird, but it's so fabulous when you're done. So you've made your well, you're going to add your oil, your milk, and hopefully your delicious homemade vanilla, which again, if you haven't caught a video before, some nice middle shelf vodka and some vanilla beans. I've been having a hard time getting vanilla beans lately. We even tried the West Side Market the other day. My daughter was there. No vanilla beans. Getting scared. Almost as bad as not having garlic. Oh my gosh. So once you have your little well, you're just going to mix this around with a fork. And once you get it mixed, you're just going to spread that batter throughout the pan. So we're just going to mix this with a fork, and then we'll spread it evenly throughout our pan. Okay, so here's where it gets even more strange. You've got your batter mixed up in the pan, everything's looking good, ready to go. We're now going to sprinkle it with our cocoa, our brown sugar, and then hot water. You're just going to go right over top of the batter. You're going to sprinkle your cocoa, weird, I'm telling you, it's weird. Your cocoa. Oh my, just made a terrible mistake. Your brown sugar. And again, I got some little crunchy sugar there. Did you know that if you put your brown sugar in a microwave safe bowl with a damp paper towel over top, a couple damp paper towels, and nuke it about every 30 seconds, you can soften hard brown sugar. So if you have a big rock of brown sugar instead of nice soft brown sugar, you just simply stick it in the microwave with a few damp paper towels and bring it back to life. Or you can also leave it sit overnight like that. And a lot of times that little secret is right on the back of the package of your brown sugar. Oh my gosh. So if your brown sugar gets all hard and yucky, don't throw it away. No waste, right? You can just put it in the microwave or leave it sit overnight with a damp paper towel, and it will be revived. Which I'm thinking the one bag that I used, I may be close to having to do that. It's still breaking apart. So again, I have covered my batter with my cocoa powder, my remaining cocoa powder. And now I'm doing my brown sugar. And once I do the brown sugar here, I'm going to pour hot water over top of the whole thing. I know it's very weird, it's very strange. This whole process is just very weird and very strange, but it's going to be so wonderful when it's done. So you're going to look at this and you're going to go, this is a big giant soupy mess. And I'm going to show you this big giant soupy mess in just a second. And you're going to take your big giant soupy mess and put it in the oven. And it's going to come out chocolate deliciousness. So I poured it in there. I'm going to show you what this mud puddle looks like, and then I'm going to put it in the oven. So this is what it looks like once you get everything in the pan. It looks like a big giant mud puddle, which is why sometimes they call it Mississippi mud cake, because this is what it looks like. But we're going to put it in the oven, and hopefully it's going to look different when we pull it out of the oven. So once your cake comes out of the oven, it's going to be this kind of fudgy brownie looking thing, and you're going to let it cool for about 15 minutes before you serve it. Cool for about 15 minutes. You are going to want to serve it warm. It's easiest just to take a spatula, kind of scoop up in there. You're going to get a lot of hot fudge gooiness, and you're actually going to serve it upside down so that your fudge kind of runs over top of that cake, and you can actually go back and scoop a little more of that right over top of it. And then, oops, as I make a mess, yum. Oh, that is good. And then we'll get a little whipped cream on top of there. And you can put nuts on it when you bake it, but because I have a picky daughter, I like to put mine on afterwards. So there you go, one pan yummy fudgy dessert. Thank you for welcoming the Kingsville Public Library into your home today and for joining me in mine. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share so that your friends can become our friends. If you try this recipe, please post a picture in the comments. We'd love to see it. You can always send us questions at reference@kingsvillelibrary.org. Please stay safe, stay well, practice that good social distancing, and we'll see you real soon.